Good evening, everyone. This is your evening news recap, your nightly news podcast on all the news that I come across throughout the day, giving you my take as somebody who aspires to be a politician in the near future. Hopefully, all you guys are doing wonderful. Hopefully, everyone is doing well. Today is December 6th, and it is Saturday. Outside of that, though, hopefully, all you guys are wonderful. Before I start today's video, I just have an announcement. There will not be a video until Wednesday. Finals are coming up, so I'm going out there finishing my finals, getting all of those done, and then we'll be back to our regular scheduled program. Outside of that, though, hopefully all you are wonderful. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. All the support would be greatly appreciated, as we are trying to hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube by this summer. And if you're on Substack, please also consider subscribing as well. It's $8 a month, and all funds help me pay for the things that I need to pay for in my life, like my groceries, clothing, all those kinds of things. If not, you can always subscribe for free, though. I truly do appreciate all forms of support on this content. With that being said, though, thank you all for watching today's episode, and let's get into the news from today. Moving on into the Trump administration segment, as we do, the first topic we have today is Trump removed Martin Luther King Jr. Day and Juneteenth as free admission days to national parks, but added his own birthday. The Trump administration has altered what days now let Americans visit national parks for free, removing Martin Luther King Jr. Day and Juneteenth, but adding Trump's birthday, which conveniently falls on Flag Day. The Department of Interior made the changes last month and designated the new 2026 days as resident-only patriotic fee-free days. 4th of July weekend and President Theodore Roosevelt's birthday have also been added to the list. Removing civil rights holidays from a list for your own birthday is wild, along with a few others is, also wild. Granted, those aren't as bad, but this is interesting for sure. They say it's all just because it's Flag Day. It's not Trump's birthday, it's Flag Day. That's what they say. But when have you ever celebrated Flag Day in your life? Let's be real. I bet most people didn't even know that Flag Day was a day before all of this. So I will say I do like the addition of Theodore Roosevelt's birthday to all of this. He essentially started the national park system and did create 5 national parks. And I think that it is good that his birthday is there as a free admissions day, as a sign of recognition to him. I think that's great. But there is no reason for Trump to have his birthday on here, truly, especially when he is out there allowing his administration to sell off land to the highest bidder, that is national park land for oil drilling and so many other things. I mean, he does not deserve to be in this list of people, and taking away civil rights holidays from that for your birthday is absolutely wild. In other news, Trump is upset with Fox News. Trump is very upset with Fox News this morning, as always. He took to True Social writing, "Why would Fox and Friends weekend, of all things, put stockbroker named Peter Schiff, a Trump-hating loser who's already been proven wrong? Either the show made a mistake or is heading in a very different direction. He thinks prices are going up, when in fact they are coming substantially down. Gasoline hit $1.99 a gallon yesterday in certain states, and it is down big since Biden. Other prices are almost down. Biden caused the affordability crisis. I'm fixing it, along with everything else. Much of it, like the border, is already fixed. Check out the border. Who put this shirt, or the booker who put this shirt on?" Gas prices are dropping-ish, because of the massive cuts that have been made to protect the environment, which isn't a great thing. Drill, baby, drill, as Trump likes to say, and that is what he has done here to make gas prices drop-ish. They haven't dropped very much. Have they dropped? Yes, but not very much. I even had a comment on my TikTok about this, saying that they lived in rural Alabama, and their gas prices haven't dropped at all. And I remember when I lived in California, when I frequently had to buy gas, that gas prices weren't dropping at all. But when I looked it up and did some research into it, it has said that gas overall has dropped. But as Trump likes to say, drill, baby, drill. That's why this has been the case. And it's unfortunate because climate change is real and a massive problem. I mean, every year it gets hotter. This summer, I myself was complaining about how hot it was getting while I was recording these videos. It was getting to around 120 some days in California, and it's not okay. That's not bearable. That's not something we should be living through on a yearly basis. We need to protect the environment before that gets worse and before things like this get worse. It's important to protect it and to make sure that our planet is healthy, because that's all we got. In other news, Trump has said that the ballroom is going to be double the size. In another post on True Social, Trump has announced that his new ballroom will be double the size while criticizing CNN. In his post, he wrote, Caitlin Collins of fake news CNN, always stupid and nasty, asked me why the new ballroom was costing more money than originally thought 1 year ago. I said because it's going to be double the size and the quantity of the finishes and interiors has been brought to the highest level. Also, the column span has been substantially increased for the purpose of viewing. It is actually under budget and ahead of schedule, as my jobs always are. It is much bigger and much more beautiful than originally planned. Interestingly and seldom reported, there are no taxpayer dollars involved. It is being fully paid for by private donations. Fake News CNN and the guy who runs the whole corrupt operation that owns it is one of the worst businesses. Their ratings are so low that they're not even counted or relevant anymore. So how is this ballroom under budget and ahead of schedule when it's now twice the size than originally planned? With my limited knowledge of construction that I do have some of, I am pretty sure the numbers don't really add up there. That's just not going to work. This ballroom is a waste of time, and it is a destruction of a historical site. At the end of the day, at face value, that's what this is. And it better be brought to the highest level, but knowing Trump, it's going to be at the lowest quality. If you're going to destroy a historic site, you better bring that to the highest level. But Trump doesn't like to do that. He likes to cut corners. He likes to save money. He likes to save. And I believe that is what we are going to see here as well, unfortunately. In other news, our final Trump topic for tonight for the Trump administration segment, Trump has released his new national security strategy. The Trump administration has released his new national security strategy, criticizing allies in Europe and pledging to assert influence in the Western Hemisphere, along with more. The documents emphasize non-interventionism, putting America first. They plan to ensure that the Western Hemisphere remains reasonably stable and well-governed enough to prevent and discourage mass migration to the United States. It pledges to reprise the Monroe Doctrine and assert U.S. influence. It also pushes away from NATO and demands members to pay for more of their militaries as expected. The document also calls to impose more historic tariffs to boost American industries. I guess by America first, they mean both continents and not just the United States. But, whatever, I guess. This is what we've heard throughout the entire administration, and it is all really a horrific idea. We don't need to be going to war with other countries to assert our influence. That's just a waste of taxpayer dollars and not very America first. Nor should we be distancing ourselves from European allies, the allies who have closely cooperated with us in so many operations throughout our history. We should be helping Americans, and we should be helping Americans get affordability that they need. But I guess, we won't be getting any more of that with these new historic tariffs. In other news, Marjorie Taylor Greene says Trump is furious with her. Marjorie Taylor Greene is continuing to speak out against Trump after his new comments in a conversation with her support to release the Epstein files. In a new 60-minute interview, she said Trump was furious with her after she signed the discharge order for the Epstein files. Greene said, "We did talk about the Epstein files, and he was extremely angry at me that I had signed the discharge position to release the files." Greene said that Trump told her that it was going to hurt people because she did this. Trump being furious over the Epstein files is really interesting. I wonder why. Could it be that maybe he's in them? I'm pretty sure that the files were supposed to be released soon too. I thought they said that they were going to release them this week or last week, but we haven't really gotten much. So let's lock in and do that. Release the Epstein files. Let's see what's in them. I'd love to give them a read, and I'm sure so many more people would as well. Anyways, moving on into our final topic for tonight, the structure protecting radioactive leaks in Chernobyl is no longer working. One of the structures designed to prevent radioactive leaks at the old Chernobyl nuclear plant in Ukraine is no longer working due to the Russian drone strikes. According to the UN's nuclear watchdog, the new safe confinement was built in a European-led initiative in 2019 to replace the reactor in the destroyed plant. But the structure has now lost primary safety functions and confinement capability. Some temporary fixes have been made, but a timely restoration is essential to prevent further issues and to ensure long-term safety. Correct me if I'm wrong, but does this not put the rest of Europe at risk? Which that would mean that Russia attacked a location that is putting the rest of Europe at risk, if that is the case. Maybe I'm wrong, and I hope I am, but if not, something needs to be done about that. We shouldn't just let Russia put a bunch of countries at risk in attacking something that has historically been a huge issue when it comes to nuclear explosions and how that impacts the rest of Europe. With that being said, though, thank you everyone for watching today's episode. I hope you all enjoyed. It's definitely been a very interesting day in the news world, that is for sure. If you're new here, though, please consider subscribing. All the support would be greatly appreciated, as we are trying to hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube by this summer. All the support would be greatly appreciated, and we're super duper close to 600. So if you're new here, please subscribe. And if you're on Substack, please consider subscribing as well. All funds go to me. They help me pay for the things that I need to pay for in my life, like my groceries, clothing, all those kinds of things. It's $8 a month, and this is a user-supported program, or a viewer-supported program, so all the support is greatly appreciated. With that being said, though, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all in tomorrow's episode. Later, guys. Or not tomorrow's episode. Actually, I will see you all on Wednesday's episode.